I'm Dr. Neva, and if this is your first time here, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today I have Biba, and in order for me to introduce her and not really give you the substance to who she is or what she does, I'm going to let her tell you who she is. Hello, Biba, welcome.
Thank you very much. Hi, Neva. Hi, everybody. And I'm happy to be here with you.
Welcome,
So,
welcome.
I'm
Go
Biba
ahead.
Pedron. I'm a business and mindset expert, and I am an author. I wrote, I think, 7 books, and I'm writing the number 8. I've been bestsellers in some of the books. I'm an international speaker, and my mission and passion is really to help women entrepreneurs to grow the business faster. And using my strategy, most of the time, most of my clients double or triple their revenue in 90 days. And I like to help women grow the business. But for me, what's the most important part is to transform their life. Because when you have a successful business, and I know you will be speaking about pricing, when you price your services correctly, when you understand, when you're confident, when you understand your value, you have a business that's more profitable. And because you make more money, then you will be able to have the lifestyle that you want. And my motto is I do what I want, when I want, where I want, with who I want, making sure that money is never an issue. So I also teach the women at the same time on how to grow the business. I teach them on how to create their own economy. So especially in a time like now, especially in the last 3 years that were very difficult, and you can have the exact same lifestyle even through the recession. And everybody speaks about recession, inflation right now and everything. So you can have the same lifestyle as you want, and the lifestyle that you choose, not the one that you can afford, but the one that you choose thanks to creating your own economy.
Wow, Biba, I know, you know what I love that you focus and you have a target and you are on a mission, and your focus is really dealing with your woman, helping them to grow. And I want to point out that you are actually in France, so you float between France and the United States, right? So yeah, so your basic audience is in both worlds and speaking
Actually
to
I live in the United States for 20 years, and for the past 16 or 15 years I live in Miami now, and that's exactly where we met, in Miami. And I will be back in Miami next week. I go back and forth.
Yes. And right now, are you in France right now?
Yeah, I'm in Normandy in France. Yeah. You see me with a sweater, means I'm in France. You see me with no sleeves, I'm in Miami.
So guess where
That's how
I'm
you
at.
can see the difference.
Right. So, Biba, why I wanted to speak to you today is just giving some information on pricing yourself right. You and I had to sit down and we conversed, and one of the things that was highlighted in our conversation, even with my expertise and the things that I know, for some reason, I'm not priced right. I tend to give away my knowledge, my intellectual property, my my work, my consulting and everything. And when you do that, I find it really stresses you out sometimes, and not sometimes, it stresses you out. You step back and you start questioning yourself, is this really something that you want to do? And you sometimes put your price, the idea of people think, okay, if I lower my price, I will get more clients. But then you might get the clients, might be, but you might be overworked, right? Or they may not see the value in it at all. So, Biba, I just want you to speak a little bit about that. Why should you price yourself correctly? And what's the benefit? How do you go about it?
Well, first of all, women in general, no matter of the country, they used to undersell their services, either because they're not confident enough with themselves and with their services, with their expertise, or they're scared of money and they have an issue to ask for money. So as you said, people say, and I made a mistake at the beginning, if I put my price very low, I will have more clients. That's the myth. It's much easier to have a client at, I would say, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 than to have a client for $2,000. And you need more energy when you price, especially if you charge your services per hour. All of my clients know that as soon as they start working with me, it's just forbidden. There's no way you can sell per hour, because when you sell your expertise and when you understand your expertise, first of all, you have to recognize the expertise. And I say to people, and I just did I'm doing a 2-day seminar right now, and exactly what I told them this morning when we started. I say, you don't sell a product or services. You sell an experience, or you sell a life transformation. That already, when you see it that way, that should change something, that should switch in your head. Because when you sell per hour, you sell like, I sell you an hour, $60 an hour. Okay, but what do you sell? It's just the time, the hour, or the hour and a half for $60? Or do you sell them the result, the experience, or the transformation? So usually when you work with somebody, they have an issue, they have a problem, you have the solution to this problem, and you give them the solution. So you have to see your services has what's the benefits for them in the future. When you finish working with them after a few weeks or few months, what will be the result? What do you bring to them? How do you change their life? Or do you bring like a very big experience? You sell the result. You don't sell your time. And that's the reason why most of the time people prefer to sell per hour and say, oh, if I sell like $60 an hour, people will come. Not necessary. First of all, it's as much energy as selling a $2,000 program or $20,000 program. And then more importantly, and you said, people won't recognize your expertise. You won't be seen as an expert if you sell too low. And if you sell too low, people may come to you, but then they won't necessarily listen to you. If you tell them to do this or do that, as a business coach, if I tell them to do different things in the business, and if they don't do it, I can transform the business, and I can definitely not transform their life. So when people pay a cheap price, they don't put value on it. So, and then they don't necessarily go up to the end, especially if you sell online training. We know that 97% of people who buy online training don't even finish it. So if people buy your services and then I just spent like $97. First of all, you can't change people's life with $97. And people say, oh, it's just $97. Even if I don't go to the end of it, it doesn't matter. It's just $97. But then since they didn't listen to it, how can you help them? You can't have any impact if they don't finish the training. So it's very important that, first of all, you recognize yourself as an expert. If you're not convinced that you're an expert and what's the transformation that you bring to your clients, that will be difficult to convince other people that they should work with you. And as I said, especially when people start the business, instead of starting with a low price, I say start with a higher price, because it will be easier to find clients. You need less energy. And more importantly, if you charge, even if you start at 2,000 or 1,000 instead of the 97 or 47, at some point you will have a stable business. And when you have a stable business, then you will continue to have higher prices, or then you will be able to start like small prices. And that's why I always said, when you start, have like 3 levels of prices. Because when you do your business, when you do your communication, and if you communicate effectively, people see who you are, what you do, who do you serve, the benefits of your services. They see the testimonials of your clients, and they see the result. So they see the benefits and the result. They say, okay, I see this person on social media, or I saw her on stage. I really like what she said. I like her energy, and I really would like to work with her. And also I saw the result that she brings because she gave me testimonials or result from her clients. When people are ready to work with you, if they come to you and if you tell my price is 20K, and well, you have only one price, people say, well, yeah, I really would like to work with you, but I don't have $20,000. So that's why you have to have different level to make sure that when people made the decision to work with you, they find the right budget for them. And even if when you're confident enough and when you show them the experience that you will bring them, the result, the transformation, not just now, but even when you finish working with them, the result that they will have in months and years, that's what they pay for. Then you will be able to, even if, your first price may be expensive for them, but if they see the priority in the way you describe your services, if they see the priority for them, not the priority for you, of course, but the priority for them, they will find the money. If they're motivated enough, they will find the money. I have an example. One of my clients, she used to charge 450 euro for 3 months of coaching to help women with their emotion and change their life, find the emotion and everything. Everybody, and I saw the testimonials, so I know that she had really great testimonials. And most of the time people say, oh, I would love to work with you, but I don't have the 450 euro. So really, what is 450 euro if you change your life? But people see the 450 euro expensive because she said, oh, I will work for 3 months with you. We will spend an hour, sometime 2 times or every other week. She didn't sell the benefits. She didn't sell the result. She sold what they will do during the session. I started working with her, and as I do with everybody, we started working on a personal branding, on a position as an expert, how to introduce herself as an expert, and how to present the services as an experience, or in her case, as a life transformation, and how to show the priority to people. So we started a price at 3,000 and a program at 3,000 and the one at 5,000. The first client that she got at those prices within a month and a half took the 5,000. She didn't take even the 3,000. She took the 5,000. Was one of those same women who a month and a half before, she said that 450 was too expensive for her. Why? Because suddenly she saw the priority for her, and the way we describe the services, we show the transformation. And she said, I'm tired to be tired. Now I have to do it. And suddenly she saw the priority for her. And not only she paid the 5,000, so I added a zero and for 450 to 5,000. And then not only that, but she paid in one time. She didn't say, can I pay in 12 installments or something? No, she paid in one time. She paid my client within 2 days. And during those 2 days, she even called my client and said, you forgot to give me your bank information. I can't pay you. So when you have the right description, when you have the expert positioning, when you're confident in your services and you prove the client the result that they will get with you and the benefits they will get with you, if you introduce it correctly, if you present it yourself and the service correctly, that won't be an issue. And that's also the reason why it's interesting to have different level of prices, because this one, she took the 5,000, but some others took the 3,000. So you see, as soon as you have the right description, payment is not an issue anymore. And just to finish, people, the higher you are, you won't have everybody, but you will always have people to buy your services, people that recognize your expertise.
Definitely, I agree with that. Now, with what you just said, would you recommend installment plans so that someone might say, I know my worth, but some individuals that I'm not working with, or sorry, I want to work with, they may not be able to put everything all at once. So can
Of course.
Okay.
If we continue to the same example, we have the 5,000 in one time. And then we have, I don't remember if she offered like 2 or 3 payment installment plan to pay the 5,000. Yeah, of course. But one of the big mistakes that people do, and especially women, once again, they said, and I had this conversation with a client recently, and she said, you can pay in 3 installments in 3 months. And then she mentioned it a number of times, and I didn't click to that. And during the coaching, and at some point I said, why do you speak only about the 3 times? And she said, because people don't have money, so they won't pay me in one time. And her service, and the same, I double the prices, her service was 2,500. I said, excuse me, remind me how much you pay me for the 3 months coaching, And how did you pay me? She said, oh, I pay you 8,000 and I paid in one time. So I said, why do you assume that people won't be able to pay you? You were able to pay me in one time a lot more than what you charge. So I said, first, you mentioned the one time. And then, of course, you say you also have the option. You don't just put the payment installment, just because most of the people think that people will pay in different time. And I would say that probably 60 to 70% of my clients pay me in one time. And my fee go to 20K. So don't assume that people in front of you don't have the money. Don't assume that they need an installment plan. You offer it, but you mention it after the one payment.
Awesome. Biba, thank you so much for sharing this information. I know you have a gift for those that are watching. What is that gift, Biba?
So the reason why I can help people to double or triple the revenue in 90 days is because I help them to double or triple the prices or add a zero in the few sessions. This is marketing, but I can only do that if I first work on the mindset. And I have a book called MDR, The Winning Formula for a Successful Life. What I'm offering you today, and Neva will give you the link, the first 2 chapters for free. Mindset is the most important. If you want to have a successful business, it's 80% mindset, 20% marketing only. If you're not clear in your head, if you're not clear in everything, you can do as much as marketing as you want. You can put your price very high if you want or very low. It won't work. You have to be clear in your head, with who you are, with your expertise. You have to be very confident. And that's what I always say, that your confidence determines your revenue. So with at least the first 2 chapters, you will find some information about mindset. And then if you're interested by the book, you buy the whole book to see how to change your mindset if you want. But at least important to understand the mindset is everything.
All right. Thank you so much, Biba, for your time. And this is awesome, great information. All right. And the link will be down below. Again, I am Dr. Neva, Nevalliance. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.